Oh dear. So I said, can you pass me the fruit cobbler? and now we're a couple. So it's pretty. You got to admit, pretty romantic. Tale as old as time.
It's
Tale as old as Tim.
It's a real what you'd call a meat cute.
Yeah,
but a fruit cute.
A fruit cute.
A fruit cute.
A fruit cute. Oh, fruit cute. Oh, see, we should have called the podcast Fruit Cute. But instead, we went ahead and called it The Big Damn Cast, episode 158. Hello, my name is Christopher Johnson.
My name is Matthew Watson.
And we're bringing you the
the Spider-Man Far From Home. All the news that's fit you to make you say, Spider-Man Far From Home, that's in cinemas.
Yes, it is. We'll be giving our spoiler-filled thoughts on it in a little while. If you want to see our spoiler-free thoughts without any danger of accidentally letting something play out, revealing something, go to our YouTube channel, Big Damn Channel, and you can see our spoiler-free discussion of Spider-Man Far From Home, the latest film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The 23rd installment.
Yes, and you know what they say, 23rd times the harm. No one says that, except someone who's being punched repeatedly in the face.
Absolutely no one.
But first, we've got a few little things to talk about, including your emails.
Email.
But you know what I fancy, Matt?
What?
I fancy watching a movie hijacked by Danny DeVito, but I don't know if I'm ever going to find one.
Sony has got you, boo.
Oh my god. I know they do. I've been a child of the PlayStation generation for years. They've got me by the wallet, by the balls.
So you remember that whole, that Jumanji film that came out a couple of years back with The Rock and Karen Gillan and Kevin Hart and Jack Black and everyone?
Yeah, it's got the YouTuber in it, Jablinski Games, for some reason. All Jablinski Games. Jack something. It's amazing. It's amazing how big YouTubers are getting nowadays.
Yeah, it's really,
incredible.
especially in that time in their life.
It's like that guy who's in Aladdin, the YouTuber Will Smith.
Oh
yeah. It's amazing how that happens.
It's weird how it's happening for people later in life. You know, you'd think they've had a career up to this point already, but
I'd never heard of these guys before, ever.
Fuck.
Jack Black makes okay content. The point is
that is getting a sequel.
Shut the fridge hole.
So Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle is now being followed up by Jumanji The Next Level.
I don't believe it, Matt. I don't believe that this is happening until you provide me with proofs.
There's a trailer on the internet.
I believe it.
I believe it. I have seen it.
It's how a court works.
We saw the trailer on the internet, and then we saw the trailer again in front of Far From Home.
You know, cinema trailers are always so behind the ones that are released online nowadays that I was blown away by the fact that a trailer that came out 2 days ago was attached to a movie out now.
Yes.
But I guess it's because Sony, of course, are the distributors of the Spider-Man MCU movies.
Yes.
I think this looks so much fun. I'm not I'm not a child who grew up with Jumanji as a sacred tome in my house. Like, I really enjoy it.
Yes.
And I really enjoy certain aspects of it more than others. Like, for example, I really like what's his name? What's the villain called again?
Van Pelt.
That's the one.
They also reused that name for the character
the mercenary villain who controls animals, and the second one was Van Pelt. But I really like sort of the Van Pelt in our world thing. That's hilarious. I love Robin Williams' performance in it. Some of the practical effects, like the plant and the spiders, are really creepy. But then there's other stuff like the CGI monkeys that I think even then look kind of aged in a Jurassic Park world. It was like, what the hell is this? But I never defended it like crazy. I saw the trailer for Jumanji, what was then eventually called Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. I was like, I really like these actors, but is this necessary? And then I saw it and went, this is actually bloody brilliant. Because it's not trying to be, or even necessarily trying to ape, pun intended, the previous one at all. It's just carrying it on.
Get out.
No, that was released a few months after.
I hate you so much.
But I dug Jumanji a lot. So when they announced that this was happening, I was sceptical again, because I was like, we're just going to see the same 4 actors doing the same shtick. No. If in the last one Jack Black was playing against type by playing a teenage girl, and The Rock was playing a bit against type by playing the awkward nerdy kid, this time they've decided to really mess with your head. Basically, the plot looks like Spencer, the character who was Dr. Bravestone from the last one. He's gone back into Jumanji for reasons unknown. His 3 friends try to get him back out. However, it looks like at least one of them ends up misplaced. What's her name? Is it Bethany?
Bethany.
Yeah. We don't know what happened to Bethany, and we don't know what happened to Spencer, because by the time they get in there, even without selecting the characters, Spencer's grandfather and his friend are now occupying the Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart characters, respectively.
Yes.
And the guy who was Kevin Hart last time is now in the body of Jack Black. So Jack Black's getting to play against type, but to a lesser extreme.
Yes.
And The Rock is acting like Danny DeVito, and Kevin Hart is acting like Danny Glover.
Yes.
And thank you, film gods.
It's
a gift.
Wonderful. It's wonderful.
I really hope it pays off, because it looks like so much fun. And it's great, because this essentially makes Karen Gillan the lead, too.
Yes.
She's the one who's having to kind of steer the story and be the straight man to everyone else.
Yes.
And it's just... And also, Ruby Roundhouse last time was such a fun character, like the 2 characters becoming that one person, worked so well that I'm delighted to see that character back in a movie, untouched.
That's pretty neat.
But at the same time, we get a bunch of new stuff in different people being in the bodies. Kevin Hart's shtick doesn't entertain me so much anymore. Seeing him pretending to be Danny Glover is, from the trailer alone, makes me piss myself. So I'm really intrigued by that.
Yeah, there's just something
guy's having a heart attack. Got no on his left side. Breathe. It's just somehow in the body of a small, muscular Boy Scout.
It's a testament to the to the skills of those actors that they can capture the other people so well.
Yeah,
I never thought I'd see Dwayne Johnson playing Danny DeVito.
Oh my god!
But
Someone on Twitter went frame by frame and paused at the exact moment that the 2 images of them from that moment in the trailer, it switches between them, is merged, and it's a sight to behold.
Oh, I bet it is.
Just more Danny DeVito and things in general. That makes me happy. I want a new generation of kids and younger cinema goers to fall in love with Danny DeVito the way that we have, the generation before us have. Like, I can't wait. I'm so happy about that.
Just watch Batman Returns.
Well,
you'll fall in love with him then.
It could be worse.
Your nose
could be gushing blood. But the set pieces look freaky like the first one. There's like an ostrich chase through the desert. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of swinging bridges with the scariest freaking jungle animals known to man on them.
Looks
a bunch
amazing.
of rabid baboons. Yeah. That's terrifying.
Raboons.
Rayman's newest craze, the raboons. You thought the rabids were fun.
You're going to be seeing some snowy areas by the looks of it.
Yeah, the environment's changing. Oh god, what's the actor's name from Flight of the Conchords? Welcome to Jumanji. I can't remember his name and I feel really annoyed because he's great.
I keep forgetting his name.
But he's back basically saying the exact same lines he said in the first one in the trailer.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Synergy.
So there is that. But yeah, I'm interested. And also, kudos on them for restraint.
Yes.
There's been a lot of films this year in particular that have saved their trailer for 6 months or less till release.
Rhys Darby, by the way.
Rhys Darby,
is the guy's name.
But it's been kind of nice to have that, isn't it? To not have to wait 2 years for a film.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, even Endgame, I think it was more for spoiler reasons, but even Endgame didn't release a trailer until like mid-December, and that was the teaser.
Oh, also, we've not really started.
Spidey got a trailer like 2 months before, if that.
We've seen the first Rise of the Skywalker teaser. We haven't seen a full trailer yet, and that's out in December.
Yeah. It's kind of refreshing. I like it. I like it, guys. Keep us surprised, movie studios. You're definitely listening.
But in a good way. Not in a bad way.
Yeah, don't like stick a finger up our ass without at least inviting us to dinner first.
Speaking about having a finger stuck up your ass, tell me about your recent experiences with the newly released Crash Team Racing.
Nitro Fuel.
So you love the original Crash Team Racing?
Matt? May I call you Matt?
No.
Horace?
No.
My favourite video game of all time is Crash Team Racing for the PlayStation 1. I've been playing it for nearly 20 years continuously. Either through the original disc, a download I got on my PS3 that I then put on my PSP. I have that same download on my PS Vita. I have never stopped playing Crash Team Racing. I put forth, good sir, that it is the greatest novelty kart racer of all time. What's that? I can hear a lot of people trying not to fall off Rainbow Road to come and tell me off. Piss off. Mario Kart's great, but it ain't Crash Team Racing from 1999 on the PlayStation 1. Now, the reason I was excited about this one was the same reason a lot of people were excited about the Crash remakes from a couple of years back. The difference is, I was never usually close with Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2, Crash Bandicoot Warp. Like, I liked those games, but they weren't, like, my thing.
Also, you can like those games all you want, but they hate you.
Oh, yeah, they want to tear you apart.
They hate you.
Crash Team Racing just was my... I mean, it was the second game I ever got for the PlayStation.
What was the first game?
Worms Armageddon. Which, again, to this day, is up there, broken case and all, and I still play it, because it's great. So I was pretty excited about Crash Team Racing, simply on the basis that I wanted to see how many other people also were that sort of passionate and nostalgic for this game.
Okay.
Because when Crash came out, all the Crash Bandicoot fans came out of the woodwork to celebrate.
Okay.
I didn't expect as big a turnout as this one has got. Like, the internet hasn't shut up in the week of its release and the few days leading up to it. The internet didn't shut up about Crash Team Racing.
The internet never fucking shuts up, though.
True, but not
proof.
Not always.
Proof of that.
Not always is it joining in on something that I actually give a shit about in my heart and soul.
Ow.
It is great, and I really want you to come over and play some time as well. And then we'll put Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled on.
Just don't go in dry, eh?
It is a ground-up remake.
A ground-up remake?
Yeah.
Or like beef?
Yeah, in a way. It's been churned like mince.
We got all the excellent copies of the original Crash Team Racing that we could. Not Chris's copy, obviously, because he's a monster and he keeps it in a very safe place. But we ground them into a fine, fine paste. And then we pressed them onto a Blu-ray, and that was Crash Nitro Fueled.
And we all share the disc. The one disc gets mailed around to everybody. So everyone gets a turn for 5 minutes and then has to post it again. The levels are exactly the same as you remember them. The layouts are exactly the same. The physics of the racing is the same, with more of an emphasis on skidding and drifting this time, which comes from the Nitro Kart PS2 title.
And Mario Kart.
Yeah, well, it's not called Nitro Kart. The weapons are just as wonderful as they were originally. A lot of them are skill-based and timing-based, which is really nice. So, there's not... Again, this isn't to shit on Mario Kart so much, but there's no, blue shell, for example.
The blue shell is a cunt!
There's the electricity ball, which does go after the first person in the race, but it's not a guaranteed take everybody out kind of dealio, and you can outrun it if you are fast enough.
No bullet bills, though.
It's, which adds more tension. No what?
No bullet bills, though.
Yeah, sod bullet bill. Sod bullet bill. We've got giant bombs that you have to time and aim perfectly to hit your opponent. When you do, it's the most satisfying thing in the world.
Bob-ombs.
Bobby B.
Bobby B!
That's all there. It is still intact. The story mode, the adventure mode is still there. It is still intact. The secrets are still there. I had totally forgotten that there was a cheat on the main menu to get access to the character Penta Penguin on the original. It just suddenly struck me. I was reminded of it and I went, wait. So there I was. Penta Penguin, who's a penguin who's either good or evil. They've got a split personality. Hold L1 and R1 down together. L1 and R1. You press down left triangle, down right triangle, up. You'll hear a weird noise, and motherfuckers, it still works on the remake. You still get Penta Penguin, who's got amazing speed. Terrible turn skills, but great speeds. If you're on long stretches, go like crazy. In case you can't tell, I'm a fan. Point is, the only thing that's changed is now you can play online. You can do the battle arenas and the cups online against other people, which is brill. For the online...
Why do you want to do that?
Because, Matthew...
The hell is other people?
It's online, but without any goddamn microphone. So you're just racing folk, which keeps it interesting because obviously when you get used to the
unless
AI,
they're wearing microphones.
if you get used to the AI's pacing on no, you can't hear anyone. If you get used to the AI's pacing on what do you call it? Easy, normal, and hard mode.
Yes.
Then the only other challenge would be to play against unpredictable races, and the only way to do that would be to face off with people online. But there's still local multiplayer up to 4 players, like the original. Battles are still local multiplayer, as are cups, but you can now do them online as well. The battles and cup races have also got added arenas based on the PS2 Nitro Kart title as well. They've been built from the ground up, so there's a bonus tracks for people who didn't play beyond the first one, like myself.
What?
There is also the customization option. You can unlock characters from throughout the Crash franchise.
Okay.
Again, well into the PS2 franchise, so these characters have also been given the glossy PS4 makeover.
Okay.
So any fans of Crunch Bandicoot out there, he's a knockoff at Knuckles, get over yourself, but he's also here in CGI.
Is he Knuckles who fucks?
No. But he's also not voiced by the same voice actor, which is really annoying. But anyway, he's in it. And it's mostly faithfully recreated in terms of the voiceovers, all the catchphrases they spout during the races are there, but now you can customise your ride, the colour scheme of your character based on what you unlock. There's a buying system, there's daily deals to buy characters, skins, decor for the cars, certain vehicles. But guess what? It's all completely in-game. You earn the coins in the game, and you spend them on stuff as you choose.
No microtransactions.
No microtransactions.
No
outside
surprise mechanics
of the game itself. How dare you? It's the surprise mechanic. God. No, it's great. So they've given you that extra level of, hey, do you remember this game you love? Well, now it looks shinier. Now you can play it at home.
It has
or
extra levels?
Extra levels for the tournaments, yeah. Not within the main story campaign. The main story campaign is intact.
What?
The villains get actual cutscenes for the boss races, because they originally just sort of sat in front of the entrance to their level and cackled while subtitles played, or they spoke. This time they get full-on like animated sequences, which were really cool and full of character.
Guarantee you I'd just get stuck on Ripperoo like I have on every other Crash Bandicoot game.
Oh. I mean, he's the first boss. Oh no.
I'm currently stuck on Ripperoo in Crash Bandicoot, where he's the second boss, and I'm stuck.
Is that the one where you're near the waterfall and he's leaping on the different square? Yeah, little there is a pattern, but it's bloody hard to remember.
And I'm stuck on Ripperoo in the second one, where he's the first boss.
Yeah. Yeah, he does that sometimes.
Fuck Ripperoo.
Well, the bosses in this are Ripperoo, Papu Papu.
First boss in the Crash Bandicoot.
Pinstripe, Komodo Joe, and then you face off against Nitrous Oxide, the villain of this game. The guy who's going to turn the entire Earth into a parking lot if he wins.
Noxide.
I can't recommend it enough. If you like wacky kart races, if you like Crash Bandicoot, if you like throwbacks to an older, simpler time, but also like not getting out of your house to play with people on video games, then hey, Crash Team Racing. It's pretty fun.
Get out of your house and into other people's houses to play with them, video games with them.
Get into other people's houses and play with them. Consensually. Speaking of consent, you guys sent in emails that you want us to read out through Matt's nose. So
sorry,
he's going to conjure up the words.
That woke me up.
Through his nose. It did wake me up. Our dog is sat next to me, lay on a packet of wool. No, a packet of cotton stuffing. Of course she is.
Cotton stuffing.
Cotton stuffing. That's a terrible pillow. That's like a future pillow. That's like a pillow you can imagine showing up in like Demolition Man or something. You know, it's like a clear plastic bag with stuffing in it. It's like, oh yeah, you use your 3 seashells, then you go and put your head down on your plastic pillow.
Let us go, John Spartan, to Taco Bell. So yeah, we'll do
Pizza Hut if you're in the UK.
We'll do we got one big email this week. We'll do this one first. And
Biggie emailed,
and then
Biggie emailed us.
We'll spend not Biggie.
Oh, but this one's for 2-pack.
This one is for 2-pack. No, it's for us.
Oh yeah,
it's not from 2-pack. 2-pack had no part in this.
Ah,
he's too busy on his island. So
don't at us.
Please don't. After we'll do this big email, we'll get into Spider-Man Far From Home for the rest of this joyous, wonderful audio nugget.
I love a good nugget.
This one comes in from George.
Hi George, are you a nugget?
The title is
Help Me.
Bitch Please, You've Been to Space.
Yes, George!
Says, greetings, big damn lads.
Hey George.
Hope you're both well.
We're big damn well.
I apologise for missing out on your 3rd anniversary, but work has been hectic. I know that feeling, bro. I think it's amazing how long you've been going, and you have truly gone from strength A to strength A. From discovering you by accident to quickly becoming a permanent fixture of my week and something I look forward to without fail. Here's to many more years, cockers.
Oh,
Thank you, Joe. Very
George.
kind, very kind. This also coincides with the very special anniversary of Mountain Wars Nerd Bible podcast turns 1 this week. Oh yes, very well done. I can't believe it's been a year since you gents inspired me to get out there and make my own podcast. Without you, I wouldn't have a reason to keep plugging away. Hope we can match Lyrical on the airwaves in the near future. Yes, well done with that. Good times.
Good times and crazy days.
Crazy days. Now, I went to the midnight showing of Spider-Man Far From Home last night, and oh my god, what a film! I don't know if you boys have had a chance to see it yet, so I'll avoid spoilers. We won't. On the whole, a tremendously enjoyable film that fittingly ties up the Infinity Saga and sets us up on a new path into the MCU with some great surprise post-credit scenes.
Hot damn yes.
Now, some questions for you. Have you seen the news of the Big Finish spin-off of Robots of Death? How fucking ridiculous. I feel this has been around for ages.
This image was forwarded to me
Caldor
this week.
City?
No, this is called The Robots, Volume 1.
Oh, no.
That's your favourite story, right? Robots of Death.
I think it... I can't remember what I made number 1 when we did our top 10, but I think it might be, yeah.
How, Matthew, do they make the Vok robots into a box set? Because I'm sure they've appeared in a story or two. That might be what you're thinking of. Like, they have shown up in a story or two, and people were impressed with how they managed to incorporate them, because they're not very vocal, are they? Let's be honest.
No, no.
So, like, what? How? And which box set is going to feature River Song?
All of them.
All the sets of box by Jiminy.
I need to... Because I'm
all the Vox
sure...
sets. Oh my god, if they don't
sure
call them Vox sets.
they're going to call them Vox sets.
better
I am
do.
sure they have done more Big Finish stuff with this corner of the Doctor Universe before. Yeah, there was a Caldor City series. I'm sure there was. And it had...
Do you know what its biggest mistake was?
What?
It wasn't called Caldor City Volume 1.
Yes. No, Caldor City, they did that for Big Finish, and it... Oh no, it wasn't Big Finish, it was Magic Bullet. And it was Doctor Who and Blake 7.
What the hell?
Because Chris Boucher wrote Robots of Death, but he also scripted it to Blake 7.
Right.
And Caldor City is a location that's mentioned in both stories. The idea that it is...
He was very softly connecting the two worlds together.
And then he also wrote the novel Corpse Marker as part of the Virgin... not the Virgin, the BBC books Past Doctor Adventures.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I think...
So wait, Doctor Who exists in the same universe canonically as Blake 7, the Transformers, and Spider-Man?
And they got Russell Hunter back for it, who's Ivanov in...
Runter.
Gregory DePaulnay, who's D84.
Oh shit, George, I think he might be excited.
Yeah.
God damn it, George, what have you done? No, George!
They got fucking Paul Darrow back for it.
God damn it, George!
So, yeah.
Is Nicola Walker the lead in it?
This
is the new one, yeah?
No, that's the old one.
Oh, the old one, alright, okay.
This is the Caldor City that Magic Bullet did. No, the new one, Big Finish Robots. So...
It's just called The Robots, if I remember
Big
correctly.
Finish.
The Robots.
Big Finish. It never will.
Big Finish. We love employment. Please keep buying our box sets so we can continue to produce audios
Big
for
Finish.
your ears.
The Robots.
How business works, folks.
A 12-part series set on Caldor, following the rise of intelligent machines based on characters in the world of Caldor created by Chris Boucher. And so someone who's with the Doctor leaves him and they live on Caldor with her sister, and then the robot revolution happens. Basically. I don't know. What? Yeah, but it's Nicola Walker, isn't it? Because she was in Doctor Who Ravenous 2. She was with the Doctor in that, and then she goes, I don't fucking know, Chris. It's its own sub-universe at this point.
Do you think you might get excited if you heard a trailer?
No.
Good, because I don't have one. I checked my source to see if I could find one. I didn't.
It's like to me, Big Finish is like the Star Wars expanded universe.
It's there.
I want to take a dip in it, but there's just so much stuff.
Well, if you start with the early days, it's on Spotify now.
Yeah,
so you can
I've
just
listened
give
to
it
a few of them on Spotify, but I listened to a few of those when they were originally released anyway.
Recaps.
Yes. All right, rest of the email.
Stuff.
With Hobbs and Shaw branching out from Fast and Furious, are there any spin-off films that you think are better than their respective parent series?
Oh, that's a real good question. Are there too many of those?
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Yeah, here's a weird one. A Shot in the Dark. A Shot in the Dark is a spin-off from the comedy crime film The Pink Panther. The difference is, A Shot in the Dark is actually the first one where Inspector Clouseau is the main character. Because Clouseau is not the main character in The Pink Panther, he's one of the random characters that's in it. He's the investigative, detective on the case. So
okay.
He's the inspector there. It's actually, that is about the Phantom, the thief who's taking the diamond. A Shot in the Dark is a whodunit mystery sort of attempt at noir in the 70s featuring an incompetent French inspector.
Okay.
That spins out of the Pink Panther.
Okay.
And then sets the course for the next films. The next one is the out-of-studio film Return of the Pink Panther, which is great. And then it goes back to the original studio and they start making Revenge of the Pink Panther Strikes Again, like all these extra ones, which have varying degrees of comedy to them. But without Shot in the Dark, Inspector Clouseau would never have become the star comedy character that he was. And Peter Sellers wouldn't have been the main character in a franchise.
Okay.
So Shot in the Dark gets my love and respect all the time.
Okay.
So I think that's the first one that comes to mind for me.
I think of an awful lot of these.
There's not too many, is there, really, that are spun off? Meats.
Naked Gun.
Yeah, I guess, because, it was a spin-off of Police Squad. Or was it just the movie adaptation of Police Squad? Same sort of thing. It was a spin-off from
It's
the
Naked
TV
Gun
series.
from the Files of Police Squad.
Yeah. So, yes, true.
But
true.
that's a TV show, so... I don't know.
There's not many,
I'm
man.
stumped. I'm stumped about movie spin-offs.
I can think of, medium spin-offs. Like, Ash vs. Evil Dead, spinning out of the Evil Dead films, is phenomenal. And some of the best stuff that franchise has produced is in that 3-season TV series.
But I feel like...
Which is now available to binge in its entirety on Netflix, folks. Go watch it.
Hobbs and Shaw is fairly unique amongst movies. There aren't a lot of...
Then again, didn't you enjoy Bumblebee?
I did enjoy Bumblebee.
Yeah, that's
but
kind
I don't know if it's a spin-off.
It's a soft reboot, isn't it?
It is a soft reboot. It's almost a soft reboot / prequel.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be a reboot because it implies that's his first time on Earth. Yeah. The previous Transformers movie establishes he was there in World War II.
Yeah. The
X-Men in that shit. Logan and Deadpool.
And well,
Deadpool's definitely better than the X-Men movies.
Yeah, but Deadpool's not really a character in any of the X-Men movies.
True, but it's a spin-off from X-Men because it's set in that world with a new lead character. Like Hobbs and Shaw. Fast and the Furious isn't about Hobbs and Shaw. They're characters that appear within those films and now they've got their own film.
Yeah, but...
which looks like it's going to be a ridiculous amount of fun.
Does Deadpool actually appear?
Yes.
That Deadpool?
Yeah, because... Well, yes, he appears because they acknowledge that the previous one exists and was shit.
Tenuous.
Logan, definitely, then. Yeah, Logan?
Definitely Logan.
Logan is the best thing to come out of the attempts to put the X-Men on film.
It's the best thing from the X franchise, definitely.
By Jingo.
Thoughts
On
the future of the Child's Play reboot series, and is it a step back before the real? Is it a stop back before the real Chucky returns in TV form?
Oh, stopgap. We talked about it quite a bit last week, where we sort of hypothesized, half jokingly, half seriously, like what their sequel could be. I sort of hope that's it, to be honest. I sort of hope that's it. I think once you've done Evil Alexa, constrained by the brand / franchise you're telling it through, as once that story's been told, you can't really do it again.
I'd watch another one.
I'd watch another one, but not a Child's Play per se. I'd watch another film about that notion, like that idea of a horror movie using technology that way.
Yeah,
but I don't think I could watch them do it as Child's Play again, because I'm just like, because again, everything I didn't like about it was when it tried to stick to the copyrighted stuff of the franchise.
I'm just
and
so
strayed
over
away
it.
from its cool idea.
Yeah,
that it had as its own thing.
Yeah.
But either way, I can't wait for the TV series. I'm super excited for it. And Lucy and I, because of the remake, we've been revisiting the series.
I noticed
and binging them.
Big old Blu-ray case on your shelf.
Oh yeah, baby! I just want to see the TV show. I want to see the TV show. I want the trailer for it to unabashedly take the piss out of the fact that you can't replace the old one. I want it to be sort of catty and vicious in the way that only Don Mancini and Jennifer Tilly can be, especially when you look at their social media.
Kicious.
Like Don Mancini's public response to Child's Play last year when they announced that it was definitely happening was great. He said nothing for days and then eventually just posted a gif of someone going, "I don't know her." And that's all he posted. And it was like, great.
On the subject of...
Jennifer Tilly's been quite vocally like, yeah, fuck that movie.
On the subject of,
Jennifer
TV...
Tilly.
Well,
we're doing a commentary for Bound, everybody.
No. On the subject of
that's not terrible,
competing TV and film projects.
Yeah.
So apparently Hellraiser's getting picked up for a new film and a TV show.
Connected or separate?
Separate.
Like this Chucky situation.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And remember that when Shudder did that Critters TV series earlier on this year?
Yeah.
There's also a
Critters film
releasing straight to DVD later this year. Called Critters Attack, which has nothing to do with it, and D. Wallace Stone's coming back for it.
The fuck is going on?
I don't know!
Why the... Oh, God.
But the Critters Attack looks actually pretty good.
I'm expecting something from Comic-Con, but have you seen the announcement of Gremlins Secrets of the Mogwai?
Yeah! That could be interesting.
Who's the biggest Gremlins fan you know?
Dave down the market.
Oh, Market Dave.
Market Dave.
He's nice, isn't he?
He's alright, a bit creepy.
A little creepy Market Dave.
A bit creepy. He doesn't like taking baths.
To be fair, he is at the creepy market.
Oh, well, yeah. Dave at the creepy market.
But only on Tuesdays.
Only
or
on
as we call them, Tuesdaves.
Tuesdaves.
Creepy Market Dave.
Fuck, what the fuck
But after Dave, who would you say is the biggest Gremlins fan you know?
Probably Sneaky Susan.
How Sneaky Susan?
Sneaky Susan, yeah.
Yeah, from down the playground.
Down the playground, yeah.
Bit creepy, really.
She likes to hide under the slides.
She does.
She loves those movies.
She hides right under them.
Yeah.
So after Creepy Dave and Sneaky Susan, who would you say is maybe like the next biggest Gremlins fan you know?
Joe Dante.
Oh yeah, he's a deep. He toots that horn.
He's never put me in a film yet, though. I don't think he likes me very much.
Oh god. Anyway, I'm not excited about it for two reasons. One, it's animation,
and
which
two,
ruins part of the appeal of that story and how it's told.
And two, you're not that big a Gremlins fan.
Piss right. I can't even joke. You're a man with a gizmo on his mantelpiece, for Christ's sake. I can't even joke. I just... Gremlins 3 has been in production limbo for a million years. Reason being, it's because it shouldn't exist, but every now and again Warner Brothers remembers it's a property that's very fondly remembered and always makes bank when it's released on a new format.
Yeah.
So they're always like, let's do it, let's make more. And at one point it was going to be a straight-to-DVD animated movie in CGI aimed at kids.
That's very weird.
At one point it was going to be a straight-to-DVD movie with CGI effects. To which a lot of people involved in the Gremlins franchise, who they were obviously courting, went, no.
Nope.
And now it turns out we're getting both, basically. We're getting an animated series aimed at younger audiences that will be exclusive to the Warner Brothers streaming app that's yet to be named and announced. This is why Swamp Thing was cancelled. This is why the DC Universe app is probably going to be shot in the head by the end of the year.
I don't know. That's
because
that's
Warner
still
Brothers
up in
is
the air,
saving.
I think.
Well, I think they're just going to transfer all that content to the new service, and they'll probably offer like a discount or something for DC Universe.
Will they
users.
fuck off for a discount?
No, for like an initial one. Like take the first month. If you're a DC Universe user, you can get it for like, half price for 3 months.
Offer a discount, my
But
ass.
I don't want a Gremlins show hidden behind a paywall. Do you know what I mean?
Everything's hidden behind a paywall, Chris.
True, but I don't know. I'm not excited. And if they, cool. If we can have coinciding franchises, that'd be great. Give us a Gremlins movie. Give us a Gremlins movie and a TV series that has nothing to do with the movie. But make them practical, damn it.
Was the Avengers release worth it?
Is that George's question?
Yeah.
From what we've read, not really.
I'm not going to go see it again.
A Russo introduced it. Told you to stick around after the movie. And then after the movie, there was a near-completed deleted scene featuring the Hulk. But like near-completed in that he looks like Shrek in terms of the textures. Because some screen grabs have made their way online. So it's like...
Is it...
Cool. Like, when you're going through your Blu-ray DVD menu... You are more than sort of welcome to seeing scenes like that because you're like, cool, let's see what could have been in the movie.
Yeah.
Watching on a cinema screen, not so impressive. There was a featurette tribute to Stan Lee.
Oh, that's good.
And there was a featurette sneak peek of Far From Home, which is kind of pointless when it's out a week later. Also in the UK, it seems the Avengers re-releases have only really been happening at like 8 o'clock screenings.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't really see any of them popping up on my radar, so...
So what be the dealio?
Fuck that noise!
But it does mean, unfortunately, that Avengers, even with this mad bid for some extra Wonga, will not topple Avatar at the box office record. They're shy by about, 10
quid.
10 quid, yeah. No,
we should have gone, Chris!
They're shy of, something like 90 million. So...
How the fuck did Avatar make that much money?
3D. Right in the middle of the gimmick.
Fuck!
It won't be toppled ever, I don't think.
It's not even that good!
No, it's not. But it was the first big 3D release. And that'll never be toppled. People paid top dollar for that film to go and see it.
Top dollar. God, I'm glad I wasn't one of them. I'd have been so disappointed. Indeed.
If you want to know what we thought about Spider-Man Far From Home, minus spoilers, we did a video, Big Damn Channel on YouTube, go and seek it out. But we'll also talk a little bit spoiler-free now for just a few mo's.
A little bit spoiler-free.
And then we're going to hit you with spoilers in the face. Hit you in the face like a fist hitting a goldfish bowl. Spider-Man Far From Home, I dug it a lot. I had a lot of fun with this one. I think this is kind of a perfect balance between the comedy flick that Ant-Man can provide and the sort of fantastical visual action that you get with, say, like your Thor movies. Like, there's a nice balance of the visuals and the comedy living in harmony this time, as opposed to last time where they did as well for Spider-Man Homecoming. But Spider-Man Homecoming is, nakedly... obviously a John Hughes tribute movie.
Yeah.
Whereas this is we've done that, but now let's have a little less 16 candles and a little more
touch me.
Yeah, why not? There's no fault by the soundtrack.
Oh.
FOB.
Good.
In this film it's FOS.
FOS, yes.
Friend of Spider-Man.
This
what were your thoughts, Squire?
It does a really good job of balancing the humour with the drama and making you feel
something in your pants.
Yes, it makes you feel. It lets you feel sorry for Peter and what he's going through, but you're also able to still laugh at him because of what he's going through. Like, it is simultaneously funny and sad. Like, everything that happens to him. Because his life is just a mess, bless him. In true Spider-Man style-y.
The true Parker look.
Yeah. There's lashings of Parker look all over this. It's disgusting how much Parker look there, isn't it?
In a way.
And yeah, it keeps around a lot of the characters from the last one and builds on their sort of relationships and interactions and makes them feel like characters which know, like, we haven't spent long enough in the high school setting in any of the previous Spider-Man adaptations to really get a feel for that outside of Peter and MJ or Peter and Gwen in the Amazing Spider-Man series. So it's successful on that front. It's full of fun characters. So, as opposed to it just being about, there's a Spider-Man, and there's a villain, and then they have to fight because... Oh. To the point where some of the minor characters just end up stealing every scene they're in.
Yeah, oh, good lord. Good lord.
I'm looking at you.
JB Smoove. Coming at this as a man of science. Witchcraft.
Jacob Batalon and Andrew E. Rice.
Oh, God, yes.
Just killing it. Gyllenhaal is wonderful, but then that should come as no surprise because Jake Gyllenhaal is one of them lucky bastards where he's a character actor, but he's got the looks of a leading man, so he can kind of do it all.
Yeah. Yes.
And he's and he's really great in this.
And flips on a dime.
Oh yeah.
Like between them.
Oh yeah.
When he needs to, which he does in this spectacularly. God, what else? Kobe Smulders and Samuel L. Jackson feel like a comfy pair of slippers. Like seeing Maria Hill and Nick Fury, just sort of be like, yeah.
Feels right.
This is the second movie this year where Nick Fury has been a primary character in it. Hot damn. Yes, please. Like,
I think
11
Sam
years
Jackson's
in,
doing these for free now.
Yeah, he just rocks up.
Yeah.
Sam, what are you doing here? What, you don't need me for this scene? We could write him in. Nick Fury is disguised as a waiter in the back shop.
Oh, also some good funny background acting in this.
Yes. Yeah. Oh God.
We'll pick some of those moments out in spoilers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This has deeper roots into the rest of the MCU than I realised going in.
Yeah.
Right down to having a connection to the very first film, which was a nice touch, I thought.
Yes.
It plays on Spider-Man storylines and tropes from the previous 10 years in particular. Like I said in our review video, it sort of is more Ultimate Spider-Man overall.
Yeah.
But not just because of the setting of high school or the age of the characters and everything.
But also, I mean, that was the part of the point of the Ultimate line was to refresh the characters for a more modern era.
And in this case, refresh the MCU by giving us something we hadn't had yet, which was a kid as the lead.
Yeah.
And it works so well. They keep to that. I mean, Christ. Shout-outs to Zendaya and Tom Holland. They are fantastic.
And they feel like teenagers as well. The awkwardness is there and the sort of the unsure... Like how you can be so confident in 1 minute and then completely unsure of yourself the next. Almost in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Because you're still working yourself out.
Douchebag, rich kid, Flash Thompson works really well still.
Yeah, Tony Revolore just continues to be fantastic.
Just killing it.
Just absolutely killing it.
It's fun, guys. Go and see it. Go and see it. If you enjoy the MCU movies, you're going to have a blast. If you enjoyed Spider-Man Homecoming, you're going to have a great time. If you like Spider-Man and you're looking for something more traditional, I'm sorry, that's not this Spidey. This Spidey is a reactionary character to the larger universe he's in. But that Parker look, that Spidey charm, that is in here in spades. It's sprinkled lovingly throughout the film. So you get that classic vibe amidst an international adventure story featuring the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in someone else's neighborhood.
Yes, it is very good.
And if you're a fan of the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery, you've got a lot of nods and tips of the hat to a bunch of stuff. So Enjoy, folks.
You should enjoy. It's enjoyable.
Enjoyable.
Enjoyable by a wide audience and the whole family alike.
Enjoyable. Shall we?
Shall we dive into spoilers?
Shall we, Jacob, battle on?
Oh, very good. Very good. I like what you did there. It was, very, yes.
What? Are you high?
Yes.
Good.
High on life.
Hi! Spider-Man spoilers. Far from home
Spider-Man
spoilers,
Far From
folks.
Home spoiler.
We're going into spoilerware territory now. If you haven't seen it and you don't want to know anything about it, dear God, get out of here. We'll see you next week.
No.
But if you've already seen it, or you just simply don't care about that sort of thing, hi, I'm Christopher, whole boy that mid-credit scene Johnson.
Let me tell you all about Spider-Man, right?
Alright.
He looks after the neighbourhood, he has a dope suit, and I really respect him. Sup, dickwad?
So, no, hang on, we're in Europe. Could you say it one more time?
Sup, loser?
There was it. There, it dubbed. I had to ADR that shit.
Yeah. It's very good. It was very good.
Holy shit. Mysterio went full Mysterio. Some say you never go full Mysterio. I
But,
say you always
I
go
mean,
full
if
Mysterio.
you're an actor of the caliber of Jake Gyllenhaal, you go full Mysterio.
Who called it? We fucking called it. Albeit with a few things we got wrong.
Anyone who knows Mysterio from the comics or other media called it.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
no one going into this movie was going to be under the illusion,
Eh?
that Mysterio was going to be some kind of good guy.
It was straight up the alien invasion plot we've talked about before,
Yep.
albeit creatures from another dimension. Which is great. Everyone got up in arms when they released that preview clip with him saying, like, this is Universe 616. People were like, no, hang on, the MCU has a designated universe. Like, that, yeah, it was just a fucking
He's
nod.
bullshitting!
It was just a fucking nod toward the comic book universe. There's a little Easter egg for everybody, guys. It was also technically the first clue that something was amiss.
Yeah.
For the nerds, what we didn't predict in a million fucking years was not... Well, we didn't predict that the Elementals were randos. We sort of had that theory of the other villains are tied in somehow.
Yeah, well,
are they really going to throw them all in
Which was
there
also backed up
by the
by
merchandise?
the merchandise, which brought in Molten Man, Hydro Man, Sandman, and Whirlwind.
Yeah. However, turns out those are just code names used by the toys.
Yes.
The Elementals were... Yes... They were based more on the elemental creatures from Doctor Strange.
It's a total fabrication.
Yeah, that was false. We made it up.
A writer made it up.
They were based on the elementals from the Doctor Strange comic books, but specifically their visual look was a homage to certain Spider-Man villains, which they were named after in the merch.
With the exception of Molten Man, who doesn't look very much like the Spider-Man Molten Man.
No, not at all. Well, I don't know when the statue first sort of got thingy. It was like a yellow glowy man, but yeah, no, you're right. It becomes full blown sludge monster. It becomes Red Hot Clayface.
Red Hot Clayface, my favourite Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
Oh god. And then, but one thing we didn't predict is that the film fucking straight up admits that no, Hydro Man does exist. He's out there somewhere.
It doesn't.
Well, no, but like the story that Flash says, maybe it's this guy, this, that, the other. It's like, yeah, that's what happened to create Hydro Man in the comics. Are they suggesting that Hydro Man might actually be out there? Because if they are, that's fucking hilarious. Hydro Man is in a movie. Before a Green Goblin that looks like the Green Goblin is in a movie.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Hydro Man's in a movie for Kraven the Hunter. That's upsetting.
Remember when they tried to make it out that the Osborn family had some sort of weird progressive disease?
You're a fraud, Spider-Man!
That turned them into goblin-looking motherfuckers.
God, I hate this movie.
Remember when that happened?
I remember when that
Do
happened.
you remember when somebody wrote that, put that in a script and thought, oh, this would be a great idea, this would be a really good way to make the Green Goblin more grounded in reality. We're going to get this weird degenerative disorder that turns Chris Cooper into a fucking goblin.
Or a head in a jar in a deleted scene from the ending that we never got to see.
Fuck me sideways.
Fucking Nora.
It's really not that long ago that they were fucking up Spider-Man left, right and centre, and now they have got him right.
And that's because Marvel Studios and Disney are making
And
the
they
movies.
preserve the supporting cast. Like, the supporting cast, be it his workmates, be it his college classmates, be it his high school classmates, depending on what period of his life he's in, what period of the comics you're reading, his supporting cast is so important. So it's really good to get that supporting cast given as much focus here as they are.
A Spidey movie that nails it, basically.
Yeah.
Because like we get it in the first Raimi movie, in the second Raimi movie, like it's all about everyone in his life. The third one, it's very much sort of
But
just
they
focused
don't-
on Peter and MJ and Harry a bit. And
They
it's not
don't really
quite the
show
same.
you as that much of his class, of his high school life, because he graduates high school like halfway through the first movie.
Oh, they've already confirmed that the next MCU Spidey movie will take place senior year. So we'll have had at least 3 movies of him as a high school kid, which makes me really freaking happy, because then they don't have to rush into he's in college now. It's like, no, you could do a movie where he's... Because I think the next step for the Spidey franchise, at least for his personal journey, is to do a more traditional Spidey story where it's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Which is going to be interesting because of the way that he's left at the end of this story.
It's going to be tough
Courtesy of
for
the
him to do
mid-credit
that.
scene. So this movie ends with the mid-credit scene. He's just taken MJ on her first web swinging ride, and by all accounts, her last by her protestations. She did not enjoy it. I guess she's got a fear of heights.
Which is nice, because it's just such a beautiful juxtaposition to the first time we ever saw that, when he's swinging away with Kirsten Dunst and Spider-Man, and they go past the rooftops.
Oh, and her hair's
on the
blowing
roof.
into the wind.
Yeah, oh god,
It's blowing the wrong way.
And she's, I think they revealed this, like, you know, the close-up of her, like, over his shoulder. She's smiling.
she's
It's
just...
not a person.
No, it's just...
It's like a maquette. She's on a mannequin.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She sells the moment.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just like, wait, what the fuck?
On a mannequin.
But like, that's such a beautifully done moment, drops her off on the roof, and she's like, who are you? He's like, you know who I am. I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Off he swings. It's like, oh, that's so sweet. This Peter and MJ's first swing together,
like,
she wants to barf.
It's like, oh no, that was horrendous.
Yeah.
And her hair's massive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're interrupted by a news flash just as Peter's about to swing off. In public as well, naughty bastard. And it's so...
I get the feeling that was one of those scenes where they hadn't told Tom Holland exactly what was happening. Because did you notice him and Zendaya during that moment weren't on screen together? He was on the lamppost above her. And normally you'd shoot that with them like on ground level together, witnessing it together, so you'd get both their reactions in shot. I have a feeling that was one where they didn't tell Tom Holland what it was going to be on purpose, so we didn't accidentally spoil it. Because he nearly did that a couple of times on this press tour. There's like footage of Jake Gyllenhaal covering his mouth and going, whoa, it's like, oh, good lord.
Just to babysit Tom Holland.
Footage leaks to the news that has been doctored
Footage leaks to the news.
Because that was the other thing we didn't predict, that Mysterio would have a team.
Oh, yeah.
That Mysterio would be the product of a group of like 30 strong ex-Stark Industries employees who have a fucking hate boner for Tony's legacy.
Continues the theme from Homecoming of Tony like creating his own enemies by just fucking people over. Sometimes without even fucking realising it.
Yeah, it's like Ultimate Comics sort of use the trope of Oscorp and Roxxon and AIM and Hammer Industries combating each other to create super soldier stuff in various degrees. The MCU's version of that is Tony keeps fucking up and making bad guys. In fact, I think we figured out, didn't we? Every villain Tony faces that's a villain, like an Iron Man villain, bar maybe Thanos, are villains of his own making. Yeah. It's like, God damn it, Tony!
People he's pissed off.
Right down to one of Quentin's team being the dude that has a few scenes with Jeff Bridges, has scenes with Obadiah Stane in the first Iron Man.
From
the famous... Bro, we get
that clip! We get that fucking clip! And I'm like, yes, of course we do!
But that was great, because I was like, oh shit!
Yeah.
Like, brilliant idea. Of course that guy's career would be fucked after that.
Yeah,
like,
turns out Quentin Beck is the guy who originally developed the hologram technology that we saw in Civil War.
Yeah, that was weird.
And he's pissed off they got to... Well, I can't remember what he says exactly, but it's something along the lines of how Tony Stark just turned it into his little self-help therapy machine.
Yeah. And like, his holograph technology is phenomenal. Yeah. And they really do play up the idea that this Mysterio is like the comic book one. He's not a disgruntled stunt and effects man but he has a flair for the dramatic, and he has a love of making it as sort of cinematic and
there is a great scene where they're going through the next one. They're setting up the next one. He's like, no, I'm not in love with the choreography, but it works.
We pitch the sound up to double the destruction, and can you just run it again, but just show me the drones. I want to see their formation. It's like, yeah, he loves the theatrics, right down to him spending the majority of his screen time in the third act in a mocap suit.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
Fucking great!
It's
wonderful. Wearing a sort of loose version of the goldfish bowl set up over his head as his heads-up display.
And his face camera. Also.
Which then gets punched out, which I was so happy about.
We do get plenty of fistful Mysterio.
You gotta get... Oh, do we ever? But yes, that mid-credits. Fucking hell. So, news footage. Yeah. The news been given footage from the scene, which we know has been doctored by the Stark employee we were talking about. On Mysterio's wishes, obviously as a contingency, something should happen.
Which
to
he
him.
does say, I've got contingencies.
I think this is. I was kind of disappointed in this in a way that we've gone back to the whole thing of we kill the villain at the end of the film, but only because I would like to have seen him again.
And hey,
because he and Vulture could have bonded as well.
We might see him again, courtesy of the holograms.
He might not be dead though.
Well, if he is dead,
Edith said that, but he was wearing Edith moments ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so he could have very easily told Edith to whatever, or I dug that, but at the same time I was like, because I wanted to see his relationship with Toombs.
Yes,
because they both have basically the same background, albeit different life stories. They both got screwed over by Stark Industries, but news leaks where he somehow, I don't know when he says it to camera. It must have been like in the moments before Peter arrives, he recorded it for contingency.
Yeah.
Where he outs Peter Parker as Spider-Man, and they show Peter Parker executing the drone strike. But when that moment was happening in the film, I was like, that wording's really odd.
That wording's odd.
And then it's like, because they forced the conversation in that direction to make sure that he says those words.
I think the...
And Peter's voice is doctored as well. Do you know? It's like, it's slightly pitch shifted in the thing. But he reveals on camera that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, complete with the passport photo, blown up in the footage.
And also, it
delivered,
frames him for his own murder.
Yeah. Delivered. Well, see, if Spider-Man's being framed for a crime, Matt.
Yeah.
And the world has to be told about it immediately.
There's only one man for the job.
There's only one man for the job and only one place to do it. But this is the modern times, Matt. Print media is dead. It exists, but it's limping. So the Daily Bugle, my friend, is it's going to be more of an online streaming news network. Let's say dailybugle.net, for example.
Something that, akin to InfoWars or...
Yeah, which, is a batshit crazy host talking conspiracy theories and shit and plugging them to an audience.
Oh, it's not really a thing.
But, oh god.
That's the dailybugle.net.
So someone's already bought it and put a template there.
Yeah.
But if you're going to have a host, Matt, like you say, there is only one man for the job. And when it comes to casting that man, there is only one man for the role. Problem is, that man already played the role in a different continuity, but that continuity's been gone for 12 years now, Matt.
Yeah.
So, shall we move the fuck up? J.K. Simmons is Jameson again, and
it's beautiful.
Holy shit. He's a bald Jameson.
He's a bald Jameson.
He's a bald Jameson, but he's got the little Hitler tash. It's even more Hitler tashy this time than last time. And he's got the pepper switch from black to white in his halo of hair, which is fucking great.
Yeah.
I was a little shocked by him being bald, but I get it. They want to distinguish his look from the previous version. So, fair enough.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons has been playing Jameson, for those who don't know, on and off for the last, it would be, 17 years. He's been playing
Jesus Christ,
in a bunch of animated projects, including Earth's Mightiest Heroes, in the one with Jameson showing up, the Serpent Society episode after all the Purple Man stuff, and all that, where they're trying to Tony's trying to pass on to the news that Captain America was a Skrull impersonator. The Daily Bugle's one of the places he has to go to on his thing, and it's when Earth's Mightiest Heroes first has Spider-Man. God, do you remember when they could make a cartoon just featuring all the fucking properties? And there was no worry about it. From Fantastic Four popped up in a couple of episodes. Wolverine popped up in at least one, and then the finale, when they knew they weren't going to get another series, they just brought the Fantastic Four and the X-Men into it, because why not?
Yeah.
Like, oh, everyone's facing off against Galactus? Well, let's just have every big MCU hero involved. But Jameson was in it, voiced by J.K. Simmons, who's voiced him in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. He's voiced him in at least one video game. He's been there. Yeah. He has been there across the years, voicing that character. And now he's back playing him in live action. Will he have a role going forward? I kind of hope he's not a major player, but like the Spider-Man PS4 game, they've gone the route of him being a conspiracy nut on a streaming service.
Yes.
And if you don't take advantage of that and have him pop up occasionally in the next Spidey flick, I'd be like, guys, you done fucked it up.
Yep.
Post credits is nice too. Post credits bookends the MCU films for the year, because we open with Captain Marvel. And the post-credits on the last MCU movie of this year catch us back up with two characters from Captain Marvel.
Talos and Soren?
Talos and Soren are there. They have been Nick Fury and Maria Hill for the duration of this mission. Though I've seen a fan theory online.
Okay.
Because I didn't realise it until we watched it, but this has already been spoiled for me. I knew that the mid-credit sequence had been spoiled for me because Twitter is a dick. But I didn't realise. I saw this theory doing the light rounds a couple of days ago, and now I realise it was in reaction to the post-credit scene of this.
Yeah.
What if Maria Hill never existed in the first place and has always been an identity of Soren?
Ooh.
Because what does Nick Fury make a point of saying in Captain Marvel? His name's Fury. No one calls him otherwise. Yeah?
Yeah.
One character has always called him Nick.
Maria Hill.
Maria Hill.
No.
I don't think it's true, because Maria Hill has had a life of her own working for Stark and everything outside of it. After S.H.I.E.L.D. went down. And also, as we see in this, Talos and Soren could just totally pop up to the ship whenever they need to. So I don't think that's true, but I do like the idea that we don't really know when we've seen Nick and when we've seen Maria throughout the series. It's like a non-sinister secret invasion twist.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
because
cool.
It's also revealed that Talos has been filling in for the real Nick Fury, while Nick Fury's been vacationing on the Skrull ship.
Yeah, he's been taking a break on the
Skrull ship.
Yeah, which looks like it's building spaceships.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. There's sort of like all this construction stuff going on. It's like, oh my god, has he been finding homes for the Skrulls? Has he been doing that on and off? Like, that's really cool.
But also gives another edge to a couple of moments earlier in the film, like when Spider-Man asks why he doesn't call on Captain Marvel, and Nick's just that deadly serious, don't invoke her name.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, alright, cool. And then again when Hill, inverted commas, saves Nick Fury from the drone.
Mm.
And it's like, you got me? I got you.
Yeah.
It's a bit more of it's a partner thing.
You guys are closer than I realised. It's because your husband and wife. It's because your husband and wife. God damn it.
It's good. It's good. I like it.
I just realised something.
What?
In Age of Ultron, do you remember the scene where the kids drawing in the butterflies, where they're coming up with the plan before they go in for the final assault?
Okay.
And it's the one scene where Nick is with everyone else.
Yeah.
In the kitchen. He makes a sandwich during that scene. And I'm pretty sure this is so fucking wanky. I'm pretty sure he cuts that sandwich in a diagonal. Doesn't Fury say he doesn't like his toast being cut diagonally in Captain Marvel?
I think he does.
Isn't that a thing?
I think he does.
There's no way they've planned that far ahead.
No.
But it does. It's a nice little retroactive, like, oh, was that Talos at that point? Because Fury was in hiding at that point.
That's true.
S.H.I.E.L.D. had gone down.
No.
I'll have to watch that scene again. I'll have to watch it again.
No. No. No.
But yeah, Ben Mendelsohn, I'm not sure who plays Soren, but Ben Mendelsohn and that actress returning to the roles as well.
Put their name up because
which is great, because like after the sort of the twist of Captain Marvel, it's nice to see more of that casually sort of chit-chatty.
And also to get both of those
Skrull
actors back and in makeup for, a day doing a bit of dialogue. Of course.
We're at this point.
I love it.
I also love how sheepish. It's like, the only task we were given to do was keep an eye on things and give the glasses to Peter. Give the Edith glasses to Peter. And we did. That did happen, but there was also destruction.
But this other thing.
I love the Mysterio reveal. Like, we saw it coming, but I didn't. By that point, I was invested in, like, okay, like, this is where they're going with it. I wonder how they're going to turn things around.
But
like,
also with something like that, with like the Mysterio reveal, you know it's coming, but that is what makes it. That's what makes it fun.
yeah.
So you know it's coming. You just want to see how they do it.
Yeah, and this Mysterio is not one dude making it all these near impossible things work. It's a team of people.
Yeah,
and he's the figurehead.
yeah,
And his objective isn't necessarily completely clear. Like it is, but it's also a bit megalomaniacal. It's like, what are any of them going to get out of this? Like, their objective basically is, we're screwed over by Stark Industries, all in different ways. So we are going to use the Earth's methods. We're going to use the methods that we have and the tech at our disposal to speak to the rest of the planet in a way that the rest of the planet only seems to be interested in now, which is if a fucking person in a cape with lasers for hands does something, that's when people step up and notice. So we're going to do this, but they sort of, it's gone from like, we want the recognition we deserve,
Sharon
to...
Blynn, by the way, is actually plays Taylor. Soren.
That's great. Taylor? But you know what I mean? That's a... You know, their goal at first is like, oh, right, they just want to be recognised for the stuff they can do, and they're sort of going about it in a weird way. But then over time you realise, oh no, they're going to continue the Mysterio facade, and then I guess they're just going to reap the financial rewards, or they're going to commit crimes with it or something and benefit. Like, they must be. They're being so secretive, and like, after it's all done, he's not going to come forward and reveal themselves. Like, he's going to carry on being Mysterio. I love the fact that the class name him.
Yeah.
And he takes it on. He's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's good. Because
from his dimension, unquote, he's just Quentin Beck and he's a superhero.
I think that the idea is that it's not just to, you know, destroy the legacy of Tony Stark, but it's also to abuse. They want to abuse that power.
Mm.
They want to abuse that power. They want to create Mysterio as a hero and abuse that trust and respect and power that's placed in them.
Yeah.
They literally want to con their way at the top. Similar to what Hydra ended up doing in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Where they became a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. and helped make it what it was, because then they could be in all the leadership positions and abuse it.
Yeah. I also love the fact that they knew their plan was fucked if an Avenger showed up. So they sort of kept monitoring the situation. Like, the last thing before pulling the trigger and starting the attack on London at the end was, right, we've got clearance and Avenger isn't going to show up, let's go. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay! Because it was very much like, for all the tech that he's able to lend and borrow, like, Spidey is still a kid in spandex who's got a certain skill set. And he's put to the test in this, like, emotionally, physically. I think, like, the two most spectacular sequences featuring Spider-Man so far, to me, in film, are the train sequence in Spider-Man 2, which is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the entire sort of, like, final act in the Collider in Spider-Verse, which is
Wait.
brilliant.
What about the clock tower in Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Go to hell? Go to hell?
But
I think joining them at a close third is the drone sequence in this.
Yeah,
that was so well done.
It is very good.
Because it's Spidey at his best, keeping the danger to a minimum, cordoning it off away from people so they can get away. Like, he fights, like, 200, 300 militarized drones.
Yeah.
All by himself, but he keeps it to Tower Bridge. Like, he finds a way to keep it there.
And then even later on, he does it without webbing.
Yeah. Oh, God. When he just picks up, like, the bit of the other drone and starts swinging it like a mace. And uses the Tower Bridge sign like a shield. And just plows through it. It's like,
he rigs up like a car battery and stuff to the drone's power source and uses it as a bomb.
That's it. Oh, Peter's science is at the forefront.
Which another moment you see of it when he's talking to Beck about the parallel universes, and he just suddenly gets really excited.
And I like the fact that
spouting nonsense.
The film makes a point of, like, Tony Stark imbues him with this direct connection to militarized weaponry.
Yeah.
That at first I was like, okay, Tony, even after death is fucking stupid and insane. Like,
Yeah.
the hell is he doing? Until you realise the whole point was Tony believed in Peter to apply himself more, like to just take this thing he can do, these responsibilities he's been bestowed upon him, and focus on them.
If you've got...
And that turned out to be correct. Like, Tony was right. Because at the end, he applies himself and steps the fuck up.
And also, like, if you've got the trigger to a very, very big gun, the safest person to give that trigger to is the person who's most reluctant to pull it.
Yeah. Although, like, it's the Parker look, but there are those moments in this where you're like, God, Peter, you are thick. Because he just does stuff where you're like, oh my God. But again, it's that whole, if he actually applies himself and focuses, he's capable of so much. Like, he's already a smart guy with an incredible, like, set of gifts.
He's brilliant but lazy.
Yes, brilliant but lazy. Still, I mean, obviously, there's a bit of hyperbole going on for me at the moment because we're out of the movie, and it really made me so happy. And I will have to see it again and think about it again more. But I'm. This is probably the most I've really loved a Spider-Man movie, a live-action Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2.
I think we'll probably both still say that Into the Spider-Verse is the best on-screen version of Spider-Man.
Best Spider-Man movies Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man 2 is my favourite Spidey film, if that makes any sense.
And,
but I do like Homecoming, but I think this was a step way above Homecoming.
I think, like I say, what I really enjoy about Homecoming and Far From Home is that focus on his supporting cast and his high
Can the next
school
one be
life.
called Spidey and the Homies?
Please. Yeah, because I just don't know where it's going to go now. He's been outed. He's been accused of murder.
I mean, the fuck do you do? I guess Stark Industries can intervene to a point. It's one of them where I'm like, you could totally retcon it in the first 10 minutes,
Like,
and then have it be a story of like,
S.H.I.E.L.D. are going to have to get involved.
Yeah.
Like, actually no.
because unlike in the Civil War comic book, this isn't somebody in their mid-20s who's been at this for 10 years of their life. This is a kid who's been at it for about 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck. It does remove one of the things that is interesting about Spider-Man and the MCU. Like, this was, like we were saying, this is the only secret identity hero in the MCU, really.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that kind of takes it away. But at the same time, a lot of the MCU's taken its cues from the last 10, 15, 20 years of comics. And there was a damn interesting period where Peter was out into the world and the fallout was fascinating. Now, he doesn't necessarily have enough enemies to want to come after him and his loved ones as yet.
Oh, he's got at least one.
But he's got
But then all the people he's really made an enemy of so far know who he is anyway.
Yeah, this is a Spidey whose secret is known by a lot of people, actually.
Yeah.
There's even more now. Things that you weren't too wowed about, or things you think could have been a little bit cooler, or a little less of, or a little more of, etc.
Little less Iron Spider suit, little more blue and red.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
kind of it. Like,
we only had the traditional suit for sort of one sequence, really, didn't we?
Yeah.
Although hang on, he physically wore it. When did he physically wear it?
the only time he wears the Civil War suit is in... Well, he wears it when he goes to meet Mysterio.
That's
and,
when
they're in
when Nick takes him back
when they're in Prague,
and then he's
wears
wearing it in
again.
the hallucination.
Yeah, when he goes to fight, when he goes to out Quentin as a...
Well, he's not wearing that suit. He's wearing the stealth suit, but then he's wearing it in the illusion.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, of course.
Which I thought was really cool because they did that on purpose so that you could have some like distinct, iconic Spider-Man Mysterio imagery going on, like the red and blue. That's I won't start raving about that sequence.
It's an incredible sequence,
and they make that world of the illusions and everything believable, but not too grounded. If that makes any sense, like you believe that they're pulling it off.
It's almost dreamlike.
Yes. Well, you described it before as like in Doctor Strange when he's knocked out of his body the first time. it's sort of the film suddenly grabs you by the balls and goes, "Oh, hello!"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Wait, what?" This happens for a sequence, and then a bit of it again later. There's like a bit of it in a little while
but
after.
once he gets his Peter Tingle back.
Fucking hell, the Peter Tingle. Yeah, that was a weird strand. I thought that could do with a bit more clarity. They make a thing about like it's not been working lately. It's like, hasn't it?
But they've
What?
not really talked about his spider sense.
Yeah, like the most we've seen of it is he mentions in I think it's Homecoming. He mentions he gets like a feeling or something like that. We see it physically in
Infinity War.
when the hairs sort of on his arms stand on end. And that's kind of it. Like, we sort of see it subtly in Civil War during the fight with the Winter Soldier and Falcon. Like,
And also the way that he mentions that he has to wear the
goggles
shades
to help focus.
to
Yeah.
focus because there's so much information coming in.
But this film sort of, like, it sets up that, you know, it didn't work when May throws a banana at his head. But I was just thinking, oh, it's just the classic, like, it only goes off when there's danger.
Yeah.
Like, which
But
makes
I
sense.
think-
Like, his aunt throwing a banana at his head is not danger.
I think it's more that he hasn't worked out how it works yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
He knows it's there, and he kind of knows
I
what
think,
it
I
does.
think that's my only nitpick, really, is it'd be nice to have
but they
a bit
don't
more
really,
clarity
they don't
on
really
that.
go into it. I could have done with more Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I
then
think the world
he's not in New York, so...
Yeah.
But also the added tension plot of not knowing what is going on with Happy and his aunt is also
God.
quite fun.
Are you guys dating?
Sort of.
Yes.
Not really.
What? I'm just looking it up because I'm a little...
Not really.
I'm a little intrigued. Dimitri,
Dimitri,
who was just a
is he
member of the
supposed to be
S.H.I.E.L.D.
anyone?
group,
Yeah.
and he was definitely a S.H.I.E.L.D. character because he wasn't with Quentin Beck. But I'm just curious. It's a very distinct name to give like that side character. I think it's just the idea that there were lots of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents throughout Europe and everything that they worked with.
He was probably just a random scroll.
Yeah, true. Could have been a scroll. Oh, here you go. Yeah. Hemke Madeira was back as Mr. Del Mar, the owner of the bodega, but that scene was cut from the film and will be repurposed for the short film, included on the Blu-ray release, which we were talking about before. That they're repurposing the
deleted scenes.
I'm doing your guy's job for you.
Yeah.
I'll look after New York on vacation. That's being repurposed for a short film on the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Let's...
Basically, the lead up to him leaving for his trip.
Oh!
Okay.
This might be complete bullshit, but Newman Akar played Fury's associate Dimitri, and on the Wikipedia, when you click on it, it takes you to the page for Dmitry Smerdyakov, the Chameleon. But there is no indication that that's the Chameleon, so
No.
I don't really bite that. It might have just been as a reference to him, maybe, the name,
maybe.
but it's not. That's not the Chameleon.
It could also be a good gag if he is a scroll.
Yeah, when you actually go to the Chameleon in the media section of the Chameleons page, there is not a single damn fucking mention of the film.
No,
so
I think that's just a coincidence.
it was more of a nod then, I guess, maybe. Because when they said Dimitri, I was like, that's the Chameleon's first name. Wonder why they're doing that. The Chameleon wouldn't use his first name. That's fucking dumb. And then nothing happened, and I was like, oh.
No, because he's not the Chameleon.
Oh, well,
There we go. Now we know.
knowing is half the
So,
battle.
before we sign off for this week, Christopher,
Matthew, with your eyes and dreams.
what do you think comes next for the MCU?
Well, nothing. I think they end it now.
Like The Walking Dead?
Well, let's say, oh god, what Marvel's The Walking Dead
Marvel's
according to
The Walking
CNN?
Dead.
Jesus. Let's
Fucking
see what we know. We know that Black Widow is filming.
Black Widow's shooting.
We know that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 would have been shot by now.
Yeah, it was in pre-production when it was cancelled.
Yeah, but as a result, we know that it's coming at some point.
Yes, but not until
The Suicide
Squad is done.
which has started shooting, I believe.
Has it?
Yeah. Do you know David DeSmallchin's in that?
Of course he is.
As the Polka Dot Man.
Oh, of course he is. Fantastic.
That makes me happy. Do you think we'll ever get a Spider-Man movie with the Spot in it?
Oh, I hope so. I
That'd be
do
great,
like the
right?
Spot.
The Spot. That'd be great. One of my favourite covers ever is that one where like he's surrounded with the things and he's punching at him, and his own fist is smacking him in the head from a
Yeah.
hole just above him. That is great.
He pops up in the last Jessica Jones series that Bendis wrote.
Oh right, I thought you meant the Netflix show.
No,
really?
He pops up in the last series Bendis wrote before he left Marvel, and he kidnaps her for to go and speak to someone, and Jessica's just giving him constant shit about how much of a creep he is and how much he smells like cheeseburgers.
It's like your body is covered in black holes. You can portal shit anywhere, but you look like a fucking idiot, and you do nothing with it.
Basically,
it's like you could be Avengers tier if he actually fucking was a decent person with skills and put his mind to it and wasn't a petty robber.
The entire time winding him up.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Oh god. So we know Avengers is filming, Black Widow's filming. We know that Far From Home was getting a sequel as well because Sony did a 6-picture deal. Was the contract with Marvel, which was 3 Spider-Man movies and 3 movies where their Spider-Man would feature in a mainline MCU movie. So we've had Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame.
We need one more.
We know that Black Panther is definitely past the talks situation.
Yeah, I don't think it's in pre-production yet.
No, but Ryan Coogler was the one get where we were wondering to find news, and then he eventually revealed that, yeah, I've been approached about it, and I've said I'm going to do it. It's just like, yes! Like, good, we want that. We want Ryan Coogler's consistency to carry on to the next one.
Eternals is in pre-production.
Eternals is in pre-pro, because
it's
Angelina
cast at the
Jolie is
moment.
in it, and rumours are that Keanu Reeves is being courted for it.
Camille...
But Kevin Feige went on record to say, we've been courting Keanu for about 5 different things over the last 7
I think
years.
he said, like, every project we've had, we've gone to Keanu with something.
I'll be up for that. Make Bill and Ted Face the Music and a backdoor MCU movie.
Camille Nanjiani, I think, is also in Eternals.
Yes, he's been. I think he's mentioned that he's been in talks, but I don't know if it's been a green light. He might be our everyman character into the world of the Eternals. Yes. We were saying that it should be a human perspective. Like have one of these movies be from the perspective of a normal human living in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I'd buy Camille Nanjiani as an
everyman. What else? They've said that there are plans for Captain Marvel, not necessarily Captain Marvel 2, but they mentioned Captain Marvel being the new sort of figurehead for the Avengers going forward.
They've got to make another Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah,
They've got to.
But they might not do Captain Marvel. They might do Avengers something, and Captain Marvel is our main character.
Maybe.
Which I'd be fine with, because again, it gives her an interesting dynamic. I like watching her bounce off other people. And bounce other people off of things.
Yes.
So that'd be cool. We know that there will be a Fantastic Four or X-Men project in development at some point.
Yeah. There might be a Thor 4.
Known as Thor.
Thor,
son of...
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth
Two Odins.
Expressed interest in doing more Thor.
Yeah, well, his contract was up technically with Infinity War, and obviously, like with Chris Evans, they negotiated Endgame into it, and he's made it clear since that, yeah, I'm not done. Yeah. Like, I want to do more, and I will be back. And it's like, okay. I'm trying to think what else has like been on. Shang-Chi is happening. It's not a formal announcement, but it is happening.
Yes, I think
even Feige has talked about that.
I think that's still in development.
Yeah.
I think they've got a director for it.
Quite possibly. I mean, like we were saying before, we were chatting about this, and you said it's interesting. This is the first time in forever with the series that we just don't know. Like, we don't know what is next in terms of, official names, dates, releases. I think Minnie just really wants to go and see Far From Home. Maybe we'll let her.
Should we go take her see Far From Home now?
Yeah. Let's smuggle my dog into a cinema.
Let's go see it. You want to go see Far From Home, Min? Yeah.
Do you have anything to say to the people at home, Minnie?
Henny.
There's a motorbike somewhere in the street and she's listening to it. That's what's going on.
Oh, is that what's going on, Min?
That's swine. But yeah, it's interesting to not know exactly.
Yeah.
And kind of cool. And I'm all here for it. And
now that, a lot of the headliners have gone.
And some of them are moving into the TV series tie-ins.
Because we got Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision,
WandaVision,
Loki.
And
possibly Hawkeye.
Yeah, possibly hockey.
Hockey.
Hawkeye, the Hawk guy.
The Hawk guy.
It better be called the Hawk
Yeah,
guy.
Hawk guy.
Hey, shoot, the Hawk guy! Hawkeye. The Hawk guy! Honey, the Hawk guy's here! Oh, God. It's just Clint Barton avoiding selfies.
Yeah, you're the
I
Hawk
watched
guy.
that. Oh, God. The dog is climbing my collarbone. What the fuck are you doing?
Well,
Vinny?
you put
Get
it there,
out.
to be fair.
What are you doing? The future is bright. The future is uncertain. But what is certain is you can catch us two bastards again next week talking more bullshit. And if you want to join in, you can email bigdamcontact@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Twitter @BigDamnCast. You can watch us streaming at twitch.tv/BigDamnStream. You can also reach into the ether and pull our souls towards you from the astral plane whenever you like. We're available.
Whenever you like.
We're available for that sort of thing, but it does cost you £5 an hour. You can also watch us on any cam site you prefer, but we will only go topless for tips.
I do custom sets on Clips for Sale.
Yeah, we always go in dry.
Fuck off.
We like the added element of danger. And we'll be back to lube your ears next week.
Oh, fuck me.
Till then... Yep.